Hey y'all, it's Courtney, and I am back with just a little video. Not the video I wanted to make today, not the video I planned to make today. Y'all, first off, I want to figure out how to use my background back here. I got my whole little setup with my bats and my spookies and my jar lights, and I never get to even use it, so it's really unfortunate. I don't know, maybe since I have my ring light now, and since the kids are back in school, maybe I'll start using it. I don't know why my lips look orange. Not sure. But I am a dumbass, you guys. So, when. Okay, so the hospital. I didn't even get a chance to call the hospital to make an appointment with them. So, I didn't even, get to choose my baby doctor or my OB, really. I mean, I could have. I could have been like, no, I don't want to go with you guys. But I do want to go with that hospital because with Autumn, I went with the other hospital in my town, and it was a horrific experience. That's one of the reasons why this has been a little bit stressful for us. Because that was a really terrible time in our life, and it was a really stressful situation. We were treated like we weren't even her parents. We were treated like garbage, basically. And we were in there every day, all day with our daughter, and I mean, my God, all the other babies that were in there, their parents never did show up. They said, oh, they call sometimes and check on them. We were there for every visitation every single day. 4 visiting times every day for 21 days straight. Plus, I think that was what, including while I was in there with her. But anyways, so I'm going to go to the other hospital anyways, which is where my doctor's appointment was. So that's good. But when they called me before I even got a chance to call them or look up who I wanted to have my OB with. And I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, that's, because I had to look it up anyways, and they are the ones through that hospital. So I heard them say town center. Okay. And so my last, with Autumn, I went to a town center for my OB appointment. It was on the 2nd floor in this town center, and I was like, so my mind just automatically was like, oh, I know where that's at. Automatically went to that place because obviously I went there many, many times. I went to their facility. It was next to my old work at one point, not the same place because this place is fairly new. But whenever I was having my issues and with losing children, I went to that place. So this is a place that I went to for a very long time. So that's just what popped into my head that, oh, well, that's where I'm going. That's where I was headed today. I never even questioned it. I never even had a second thought. Am I sure that's where I'm supposed to be going? I heard them say town center, and I never second guessed it. So I get there, I go exactly to where it used to be because obviously I've been there so many times, I know how to get there. So we go up there and we get off the elevator to an empty office. There's nothing in there. So there's a pediatric building right next door, or a pediatric office right next door, and I'm like, so I walk in there, and I'm like, hey, where's women's health? Or, what, did women's health close down? And they're like, no, they moved 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, okay, ugh. And she tells me where they're at. So we get back in the car and we're going to go there. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know they said in the town center. So let me call them before we just go to this place. Because I remember specifically them saying town center because that's why my mind went straight to that place. And I was like, I know where I'm going. And so I called, and it ends up that we were supposed to be going to the town center all the way across town. So, fuck. I mean, god dang it. And it was already like 10 minutes past my appointment. By the time we got in the car and we were on our way, we had to go all the way across town. We would not have made it. So I had to reset my appointment. I was hoping that they had another one for today, just later in the day, but she's like, I have nothing till Thursday. I'm like, you really can't fit me in? And she's like, no, I have nothing. So Thursday, 10:45 a.m., sorry guys, I know that some of you are really excited to see my ultrasound and stuff, because I really wanted to film that and share it with you guys. And my husband, obviously, he's the first person I wanted to share it with, because obviously he's working today. But yeah, so I'm really sad that that happened. I was so mad at myself. The whole way home, I was like beating myself up over it, because it's going to kill me to wait till Thursday. I am literally going to sit here and die until Thursday. So, but on a positive note, on the way home, my mother-in-law stopped and got me some soft pretzels and some mild nacho cheese. So I've got that as my little baby snack. I don't know, that's what I've been craving. It's weird, because I haven't had those little, we went to 3 different grocery stores, by the way, also. She was willing to stop at another place, and I'm like, it's okay, don't worry about it. We stopped at a Kroger, and they didn't have it at all. Then we stopped at the next store, and they had them, but the place where they were supposed to go was empty, and I asked them, I'm like, do you guys have any in the back? And they're like, no, we didn't get any today, they just didn't send them, I don't know. So we went to the third place, and they had the just regular twisty soft pretzels, and so I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to grab these pretzels, and then I'm going to go grab some nacho cheese, and we'll just get it that way. Not the same as the soft sticks, because they just have this, like, oh, they're so good. And I haven't had those since I was a kid. I don't know why that just popped in my head all of a sudden. Like, I've seen them in the freezer a million times when I go to Walmart, and I'm like, oh, those look good, but I just never buy them. But I went the other day, and they just were speaking to me, and my God, that is, like, that's going to be my pregnancy craving, is cheesy stuff. So, and I never really had cravings with autumn, so maybe that's a good sign that we're having a boy this time. So, my chin is all red. I don't know why. I guess from wearing a mask, maybe. I've got acne, which is crazy because, like, look at this, guys. I've never in my life had pimples like this. Not even whenever I was a teenager. I've got them all over my nose. I've never been broken out like this. So I don't know if it's like just from the stress of everything, or wearing a mask all the time, because I have been out of the house a lot recently. I don't know what it's from, but it's really frustrating, because when I was pregnant with Autumn, that's another thing. When I was pregnant with Autumn, my skin was beautiful. So maybe that's another sign that this is a different kind of pregnancy, which I think they all are, but you know what I'm saying. Like, boy and girl pregnancies seem to be similar to one another, and like when you have like completely different cravings, you find out you're having the opposite of what you had last time. So fingers crossed. Got a whole family, a whole Facebook with like 500 people following me. I got a whole Facebook, a whole family, and a whole community praying for a boy. So I mean, if we don't get one, then I'm not going to say that. Anyways, I love y'all so much, and on Thursday, I will most definitely not be late to that appointment, not miss it, not go to the wrong place, and we will hopefully have a cute little video of a little baby peanut jumping around in my belly. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all later.